Sir, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Dear learners, class 9 and 10 and viewers, welcome to my online live class organized by the District Administration, Chittagong. Dear students, I hope you are okay by the grace of the Almighty during the devastating coronavirus pandemic situation all over the world. You know that COVID-19 gives us a message where there is destruction, there is creation. That means there is creation in every destruction. Today, I would like to expose my gratitude to our Honorable Headmaster of Nasirabad Government High School, who has given me the opportunity to be a part of education of Chittagong District Administration. Side by side, I would like to express my deep felt thanks and compliments to the Deputy Commissioner of Chittagong District and his competent team for all their all-out supports with a view to making the online classes successful, lively, and fruitful. Today, we are going to talk about transformation of sentences, which is especially designed for the students of class 9 and 10 of our country. So get ready. Are you okay? Dear students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So get ready. Before starting transformation of sentences, we should know about sentence and its classification. Okay? So what is sentence? Can any one of you answer the question? What is sentence? No one? So look at the whiteboard, please. A very simple definition of a sentence. A sentence.
Sir, ভালো আছেন?
A sentence is the written
রাত দুপুরে ভাত কি দেখাইছেন?
expression. A sentence is the written expression of a complete thought. So here is the definition of a sentence. A sentence is the written expression of a complete thought. Sentences may be classified into 5 ways according to their purpose or meaning, you know. Assertive, interrogative, imperative, optative, exclamatory. Today, we would like to talk about sentences may be classified into 3 ways according to their construction, the kind and number of their clauses. That means simple, complex, and compound. These 3 things are very, very important for transformation. So, simple sentence. Number one, simple sentence. Number two, compound sentence. Compound sentence. Number three, complex sentence. I have already mentioned that these three kinds of sentences are very important for classes 9 and 10 for making transformation. Simple sentence, say, I have a black shirt. Black shirt. Example. So compound will be, this sentence will be, I have a shirt and it is black. So you see, here one subject, one finite verb. No conjunction. Here two subjects, I and it. One coordinating conjunction and two verbs, have and is. So complex sentence, I have a shirt
Which is black.
Which is black.
which is black. Okay? Okay. I think you don't understand me. Okay. So, before starting transformation of sentences, we should know the definition of simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is simple sentence? Can any one of you tell me? Simple sentence.
Which
has only one
sentence has a one finite verb, one subject, one finite verb, and object? This called simple sentence.
Okay, but this is partly right, not accurately right. One subject, one finite verb, and one
clause.
Object.
no. In every case, there is not necessary to use object. Okay, you see, it will be a good definition of simple sentence. Look at the whiteboard. A simple sentence has one independent clause. Independent clause and expresses one idea. There is no subordinate clause. I repeat, what is simple sentence? A simple sentence has one independent clause and expresses one idea. So, what is an independent clause? What is an independent clause? Can any one of you answer the question? What is an independent
Sir,
clause?
that has no conjunction.
I have already taught you at the time of completing sentences. Okay, again, before going to the definition of other sentences, we should know what is independent clause. So, independent, at first we should know clause. We should know clause. So, get ready, clause. A clause is a group of words that a clause is a group of words that contains
A subject and
yes,
finite verb.
that contains a subject and a
finite verb.
finite
And
verb.
a finite verb.
Okay, very good. It is a part of a sentence. It is a part of a sentence. Okay? I repeat. A clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a finite verb. It is a part of sentence. Okay, clause? There are three kinds of clause. There are three kinds of clause. There are three kinds of clauses. Okay? Number one, independent clause. Independent clause or main clause or principal clause. Okay? So, the clause which has one subject and one
Finite verb.
very good. One finite verb is called
Dependent clause.
independent. Independent clause or main clause or principal clause. Principal. Okay? When we trunk a simple sentence into complex one or complex sentence into simple one, we need to know independent clause, coordinate clause, subordinate clause. So we should understand what is independent clause. The clause which has one subject and one finite verb is called independent clause. I repeat, the clause which has one subject and one finite verb is called independent clause or main clause or principal clause. So now I should write subordinate clause, which is essential for us to make complex sentences. So subordinate clause. Subordinate clause. Dear students, do you listen to me?
Yes,
Do
sir.
you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can any one of you tell me what is subordinate clause?
Yes, sir.
Okay, carry on.
Subject and two finite verb.
You see,
Who is called depend on independent clause is called subordinate clause.
Okay, but I want a very smart definition. I want a very smart and sweet definition. Okay, the clause which
Is
So
dependent.
which begins with subordinate conjunction.
is
Which begins with
which
subordinate
is
conjunction
dependent. You see,
on
dependent. Very important word.
dependent
Dependent
or independent.
on
Independent clause.
dependent on another clause. Okay? The clause which is dependent on another clause, someone says independent clause
Independent clause.
or main clause to complete its meaning. To complete its meaning is called subordinate clause or dependent clause. We can say dependent clause. Okay? Okay. I repeat. The clause which is dependent on another clause to complete its meaning is called subordinate clause or dependent clause. So we need to know about independent clause or dependent clause to make complex sentences. Clear? Okay. So we need coordinate clause to make compound sentence. So what is compound sentence? Can any one of you tell me?
A sentence which has
Compound,
two fixed verb, relative pronoun or comma, and two clause.
Okay, but you say this is partly right, not
So
appropriate.
which is two simple sentences.
See, which is joined by two simple sentences, you would like to say?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so please look at the whiteboard and try to understand what is coordinate clauses. Coordinate clauses. When two clauses of same nature, you see, same nature. When two clauses of same nature, these two clauses must be independent. These two clauses may be free. They have freedom. When two clauses of same nature are joined by a coordinating conjunction, you see, coordinating conjunction. Both of them are called coordinate clause. Okay? Both of them are called coordinate clauses. You see, when two clauses of same nature are joined by a coordinating conjunction, both of them are called coordinate clauses. Example. I gave him a gift and he thanked me. Okay, this is very natural. I gave him a gift and he thanked me. Can any one of you tell me another example for coordinate clause?
Sir, I
Rina
went
and
to the
Mita
shop.
are going there.
Please, again, please.
Rina and Mita are going there.
Sir, I went to the shop and bought a pencil.
Okay. The last one is correct. The latest one is correct. Okay. So, which are coordinate clauses we have already understood. Now, I would like to give you simple sentence, the definition of simple sentence, the definition of compound sentence, the definition of complex sentence. Before going to start the definition of simple, complex, compound, we should know about phrase, because for transformation, phrase is also essential for us. So, do you know what is phrase? Do you know what is phrase, dear students?
So a group of words.
My dear student, please tell me what is
Phrase is a group of words.
okay? Okay, so go on, carry on. A phrase is a group of words. What
Sir,
you
which
say,
has no
what you have
subject.
said, I have already written. A phrase is a group of words. Group of words. Okay. So go on, carry on. Carry on.
Which has no subject.
Sir, which has no finite verb
Okay, please look
and
at
works
the,
like a part of speech.
okay, please look at the whiteboard and try to define a suitable sentence for the phrase. A phrase is a group of words that or which a phrase is a group of words that makes, you see, that makes, subject is group. So a phrase is a group of words that makes some sense, but not a complete sense, you see. Some sense, but not a complete sense. It has neither a subject nor a finite verb. Not a finite verb. Okay? So a phrase is a group of words that make some sense, but not a complete sense. It has neither a subject nor a finite verb. It is used as a part of speech. Okay? So a phrase is used as a part of speech. Okay. So you see noun phrase, which does the function of a noun. Adverbial phrase or adverb phrase, which is used for the function of an adverb. So clause almost same. So a phrase is a group of words that make some sense but not a complete sense. It has neither a subject nor a finite verb. It is used as a part of speech. There are differences between phrase and clause. Phrases have no subject, no finite verb. But clause, in clause, there is a subject and a finite verb. Okay, clear? Okay, clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We need to learn, we need to know about phrase and clause for transforming sentences from one sentence to another one. For changing sentences, we need to know about phrase and clause. So, what is simple sentence? I have already written. A simple sentence has one independent clause and expresses one idea. You see, I have a rich friend. I have a rich friend. Okay? Compound sentence. Compound sentence.
I have a friend.
Do you know what is compound sentence? A compound sentence what is a compound sentence?
A compound
Sentence
has two finite verbs
two
and a conjunction.
Two finite verbs.
compound
and a clause.
sentence has two or
clause.
two or more independent
Clause.
clause this or independent clauses or coordinate clauses.
Or coordinate clauses. Yes.
Coordinate clauses. You see, a compound sentence has two or more independent clauses or coordinate clauses joined by
Conjunction.
which conjunction? Coordinating conjunction.
Coordinate conjunction.
Very good. Coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions. Can any one of you tell us some of the coordinating conjunctions?
And, but, not, yet, or.
Very good. Very good. We need more coordinating conjunctions. We need to know more coordinating conjunctions.
Sir, either or, neither nor.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But they are correlative conjunctions. Either or, neither nor, or you see not only but also. There are so many things. So this is another form of conjunction. This is called correlative conjunction. We should know coordinating conjunctions. Which one? A compound sentence has two or more independent clauses. That means coordinate clauses joined by coordinating conjunction. If you join two sentences, one coordinating conjunction is essential to write. If you join three conjunctions, three clauses, three coordinate clauses, then two coordinating conjunctions are essential to write. You see, very important line by Robert Louis Stevenson, R.L. Stevenson, the Brook Song. This is a famous poem. Men may come, and men may go. Men may go. You see, men may come. You can use comma. Men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. Okay? Three clause. But I go on forever, one clause. Men may go, another clause. Men may come, another clause. So, and but. These two are coordinating conjunctions. Clear? Clear? Dear students, I can't get any feedback from you. I think you don't understand me or technical problems. Either you can't understand me or technical problems. A compound
understand.
sentence has two or more
Technical
independent clauses, coordinate clauses joined by coordinating conjunction. I have written a famous line taken from Robert Louis Stevenson, the name of the poem, The Brook Song. Men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. There are three coordinate clauses. There are three independent clauses. By joining two coordinating conjunctions, they are and but. Men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. Okay? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, what are the coordinating conjunctions we need to know? You have already told that and, but, or. But I think these three conjunctions, three coordinating conjunctions are not enough for you to make a compound sentence. You need more conjunctions. So I will give you some other remarkable coordinating conjunctions. You see, say the independent clauses of compound sentences. The independent clauses of compound sentences are usually the independent clauses of compound sentences are usually joined by some coordinating
Conjunction.
very good. Coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions or connecting words.
Linkers.
Yes, or linking words. Or linkers.
Relative pronoun.
No, or connectors. Yes, someone says relative pronoun. They will be used for making complex sentences. Okay. So the independent clauses of compound sentences are usually joined by some coordinating conjunctions or connecting words or linking words or linkers or connectors such as mainly and, but or not nor for. Yes, for
Answer.
That.
Yet.
That.
However.
Either or, neither nor.
However, you see, so, therefore, mainly these are. So, and, but, or, nor, for, yet, however, so, therefore, etc. Okay. In some cases, we can join two independent clauses. You see, in some cases, we can join two independent clauses by using a semicolon. You see, such type of example. We can use two independent clauses in a compound sentence by using a semicolon like this. He worked hard. Okay, semicolon. But he could not. No, I see. Yet will be better. Yet will be better.
Yes, sir.
Yet he could not come out successful. Okay? Successful. He worked hard, yet he could not come out successful. So this is the definition and example of compound sentence. Now I would like to give you complex sentence, and this is the final for today. Complex sentence. Complex sentence. Okay, get ready please, because our time is short but art is long. Complex sentence. A complex sentence. A complex sentence consists of one independent clause
and one subordinate clause.
And
Subordinate clause.
one
Subordinate clause.
One or more subordinate clause. Okay? Subordinate clause. You see, a complex sentence consists of one independent clause and one or more subordinate clauses joined by
Relative pronoun or comma.
subordinating conjunctions. Subordinating, okay, conjunctions, or you see, somebody told you earlier, relative pronoun.
Relative pronoun
Very good.
or comma.
Pronouns.
Relative pronouns.
Okay, so a complex sentence consists of one independent clause and one or more subordinate clauses joined by subordinating conjunctions or relative pronouns. Remarkable subordinating conjunctions or relative pronouns, what are they? Can any one of you tell me some remarkable
Since which
Remarkable relative pronoun which who final.
Okay, go on. Subordinating conjunctions.
Sir, because.
Okay.
So that, so
what,
that.
Or
no,
relative pronouns.
or
Or relative pronouns.
As
You see, remarkable subordinating conjunctions or relative pronouns.
that,
Who, what,
who,
what,
which, what,
whom, whom, whose, that,
as
when,
where,
where,
how,
why, as, since, because if,
Sir,
as
after.
as if, as though, till, until.
Sir, unless.
Okay, very good. Unless, then, before,
Sir,
after,
so that.
after, though, although, that, already I've written, so that, you see, in order that, same thing, in order that, so long as,
Sir, whoever.
so long as, according as, not according to, according as, etc. So many things. So some remarkable relative pronouns or some remarkable subordinate conjunctions are given below: who, what, whom, whose, that, when, where, how, why, as, since, because, if, as though, till, until, unless, before, after, though, although, so that, in order that, so long as long as, according as. Yes, you see, in some cases, so, ... that. Okay? So, I have already talked about simple sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence. The definition and examples of these three sentences, as well as clause, principal clause, subordinate clause, coordinate clause, and phrase. So in the next class, we will teach you, we will talk about a simple sentence. How can we change a simple sentence into complex ones by using clauses? Okay? So in the next class, we will discuss on transformation of sentences. That means from simple to complex. So thank you for listening to me. Thank you for patient hearing. See you again in the next class. I think you will follow the class and read the book which is prescribed for you by NCTB. So this is your home task, that you should read the book which is prescribed for you by NCTB. Okay? See you again.